Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to do my rendition of Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025, week 27, which Rachel says it's fun mark making with watercolors. Well, I do have some watercolors. I don't have a lot. And I certainly, well, these are good. These are Daniel Smith, but any other watercolors I have are student level type things when I was just trying them out in mixed media. So I haven't done any kind of watercolor drawing or anything. If anything, I've done some copying of what other people have done. So this is going to be a real experience. But I did have the Daniel Smith that I have. I did make a swatch sheet, so I have an idea of the colors. And Rachel had a lot of different papers to use, so I went ahead and picked out, this is a cream color, just a regular cream colored, but it does have specks in it, which I'm not sure you can see. I picked that out. I picked out, obviously, my favorite, craft, a piece of craft paper. And then I had coffee dyed lined paper, and I thought maybe we could try that. I had, this is a digital print, so what might happen when I water activate this ink, it might turn that green patina color. I'm not sure what'll happen with it. I have a piece of deli paper. Then I have a like book page, but this is a page that I wouldn't use, you know, in anything, and it's like a first lines and titles of things. And this comes out of a hymnal, so it's religious oriented, so I can make marks on that. And this is part of that same book. It's a hymnal, and normally I take out the notes because I don't want to offend anybody by any kind of verbiage that's in it, depending on the religious beliefs that they have. So normally that's what I do, but I am not going to do that this time, and I don't want to offend anybody. And then I went through my neutral scraps, and I found these cutoffs of coffee dyed paper that I thought we could use these. Now the difference is Rachel just kind of haphazardly made all these really beautiful designs all over anything, and I have kind of a method to my madness. I got out 2 packets of the journals that I hope to be making in the future, and I thought I might gear my mark making towards those. So one of them, I've been collecting stuff for, this is an Oriental or Asian type journal. So I thought we could maybe gear our mark making towards something that would fit in collage in this one. And this has a lot. It's got browns, blues, reds, peach, cream. I mean, a lot of different colors, but the red and black is kind of prevalent in there. And then, of course, our bee journal. This is the ephemera for it. This is stuff we're creating. And, you know, obviously, just about any color that's like orange, yellow, green, like browns, beiges will match the bee journal. But I want to kind of gear my marks towards those. So I want to keep those out here just so I can glance at them and use them as inspiration. So I'm going to move these aside, and I'm going to try, I probably should have my mixed media mat. Let me see. Actually, I have a baggie here. How about if I just put a baggie down and put my paper on it? That'll work, right? So, I also don't have, I did some mixed media in the past, so I do have a couple of watercolor brushes, but these are not all watercolor brushes. This is, and this is both. I have no idea what those are. This is a low Cornell shader 10, size 10. This doesn't even have anything on it. It's a 5/8 something. I have no idea, but it's a medium. This is, I think it said it was a number 8, but it's worn off, round. Okay, and then this one too is, I don't know what it is. I think it says it's a Winsor Newton professional watercolor. Ooh, we have one watercolor brush for sure, and it's a number 4. So I'm going to use the one that says it's for watercolors. I have up here a paper towel folded up for wipe off, and I have some water here. And what I thought I would do is just spray my, I want to maybe try with the browns first. So I'm going to spray those. Can you see what I'm spraying? Yeah, I think you can. I'm spraying right here with my water bottle. I'll just spray all of them, get them going. Okay, so I'm going to kind of stick with maybe these kind of brown, goldy kind of colors. And Rachel did a lot of mixing when she made her, ooh, can't remember how she did. Anyway, she made some sort of flower thing, but she had her brush. She had a different brush, I think. Anyways, let me see what I can do with this. Can't really do it that way. Can't do it that way. Can you even see this? Maybe I should zoom in a little bit so you can see this. This is so funny. Make some flowers on there. I don't know. Anyways, maybe we'll mix a little of this in there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Lots of little different colors here going on. Anyways, we're just going to kind of mark up this paper a little bit, because we can use this paper for collage or whatever. I think this brush is pretty thick. Interesting. Okay, let's see if we can mix something else that will go in there. I'm kind of looking at my chart. Here's like an orange. Might be able to mix a little orange in there. Oh, that was a lot of orange. Like kind of such a new idea to me. So let's just keep making some marks here. And then I'll try, I guess I'll try to maybe use a darker, let's see what I can find that might be a little, add something a little different color to it. There we go. We can do that. Okay, we want something a little darker. My water bottle's right in front of it. So let's try, I don't have such a wide variety of colors here, so what if we add a little green to it and try to change it a little bit? What do you think? Maybe that color? Ooh, not sure what color that is. Oh, that's kind of cool. Do I have it in close enough to even see this color as I'm going down? There's the bottom of my page. Okay, so we added some green there. So what if we do, I don't know, let's see what color, ooh, that's kind of a nice color. Make it a different shade of green. I think we could try that. Anyways, Rachel did a lot of different designs, and she had a variety of brushes as well, and I don't have that many different brushes. I think I might have a pointy. This is a watercolor 3. Might be able to make some lines or something with this. I don't know if we can. Ooh, I like that. Hmm. You know, kind of different. Maybe we could make some, I'm going to just mix whatever's there on my palette already here. How's that? And we will, I guess I'm going to need some more. It's a pretty thin brush. Okay, so I think I want to add some, go back in and add some of this kind of orangey color to it, lighten that up a little bit, that line. And let's make it a little orangier. I suppose you could do this with a lot of different papers and just get shades, you know, to get different shades of color. I'm going to turn this a little bit and maybe take you out just a hair, because last time, one of the other videos I did, I moved you guys way in, and then I forgot to move you out. And so half the video I wasn't even on camera. Okay, let's try. Okay, I think if we make a few maybe do another line here. Okay, and then we want to do maybe some sort of something like that. Okay, we have a piece of, oh, look at these. I'm just gonna fill in some areas. The cool thing is we could stamp on this as well. Anyways, I thought that's pretty cool. So that kind of is the greens and that. Let's I don't have black, but let's pick. I'm real curious as to what's going to happen with this paper right here. I'm going to go back to using, let's try, well, I want to bring in some reds or something thereabouts. So let's see what this color, ooh, this would be great for the Japan one, huh? Oh my gosh, I love this. And just kind of make some sort of design on here, I guess. I love that. Okay, so now what if I'm trying to think of what color we could bring into that. Maybe a burnt sienna. thinking there's something called, there's a color called Bloodstone. Let's see what this is. Oh, like it. Again, remember, all we're doing is like making marks on paper to use as collage, or let's see. I wonder if I take that thin brush, if I could make lines going the other way. Find that color again. It is yep, okay. It's pretty cool. Okay, so far I love this. Okay, I'm gonna try to move everything up a little bit. I'm really liking these colors, but I think I need something just so much more brighter. Maybe I'll use this big round. Oh, you can tell I don't paint much. There's real bright reds in here, and I want to try bringing those in. And maybe we could just make dots, because those would be great for the, I say Asian, my grandson, as most of you know, is in Japan. He, a few years back, just after he graduated from high school, no, he was out of high school and in college actually, and him and his friend did a pilgrimage in Japan. They went for 1 month, where you walk around this whole island. And they actually finished the pilgrimage a little bit early, so they might want to mix it with some of this. And so they ended up going to Tokyo and just enjoying themselves for like a week or something, whatever. And he fell in love with it when he was over there. He did a little bit of preparation. His friend, Andrew, took Japanese in college. Might have taken it in high school, I'm not sure. And so he knew a little bit of the language. Zeter didn't know hardly any, but he tried. I mean, he studied a little bit, but I'm sure he depended on Andrew to help him. And anyways, they had a grand time. He fell in love with it. Well, he applied, once he got his bachelor's degree, he applied to teach English as a second language over in Japan. And he got accepted into a program, but it is a 2-year contract. Well, I guess it's really, you do a 1 year, but what happened was you normally go in April, and they asked him to go in November. Somebody canceled out, so he went early. So he only had, you have to make a decision in December whether you're going to re-up. And so he only had a month or so. He didn't have the typical 6 or 8 months to decide. So he went ahead and signed right back up. I gotta find my color again. He went ahead and signed right back up. So he actually did 2 years, and he will be done this coming December. He got married just before he left, and his wife was able to go over with him, and she had, excuse me, she struggled because she couldn't work. She had no language speaking skills, and Jaylyn is a tattoo artist, and in Japan, there are few areas where tattoos are acceptable, and she has quite a few of them. Okay, what color do we want to do? I want to pull in maybe a couple pieces of ephemera here. Oh, this is going to look good with these. It looks like we could introduce some turquoise, because there's turquoise in both of these, and I have a little bit of turquoise right here on my palette. Let me see if I can tell what color that is. It almost looks like it's phthalo green. I don't know if that's that color. Yep, there you go, phthalo green. So let's add a little of that in there. Anyways, as I was saying, his wife was able to go over with him, but she struggled with being over there. He got called to kind of like what we consider to be like a junior high, high school combination. I think they're mid-teen kids to teach. And it wasn't in a big city. It was in a countryside village is where he is. So there's not a whole lot to do there for her. So she did depend on, you know, him kind of for entertainment on the weekends and that. And I'm going to pull some of this in and make it kind of a gray red color. And so she really struggled. So she ended up coming back home. She actually came back to Florida. Her mom at the time, lived on the opposite coast of Florida from me. But she moved back in with her mom, which is where they stayed before they left. And she went back to tattooing, but she also enrolled in school. And she's been taking classes. She has since been back over to visit him, and he came back here once. So they're really managing this pretty well. I'm sure it's like really hard. I know that they video chat almost every day, if not every day, every morning, because the time difference is pretty crazy. Let's see if we can maybe add some of this yellowish into this. Come up with a gold or something that would match. Anyways, they video chat messenger. The time difference is 15 hours. He's 15 hours ahead of us. So I think they talk early in the morning when she's getting up and he's getting ready to go to bed. So we're excited, hopefully, that he'll be home in December. I think she's going to go back over and help him pack everything up to move. Okay, how are we doing? I think we're doing good. I'm going to put this aside because I want to try this craft paper. I don't think we need the whole sheet, so let's just pick a piece. Okay, and I want to try like all the different colors on here to see how it looks. So let's just try all of them. I'm sure the shades are going to be very different. And how it's going to dry is going to be crazy, because it's like water on craft is just a crazy thing, huh? I mean, I'm not even sure how this will show up. Okay, let's go to this turquoise color. Let me find out which one that 1, 2, 3, maybe, is it that one? Yep. Let's do some of that. Pick up some yellow. And then maybe a little bit more yellow in there. Okay, then I think we want to do maybe some yellow and red. I think we want make it more of an orange. Let's try that. Okay, and then we want to introduce some kind of red in there. These are going to be fun papers to use, I think, as collage. I think so. Okay, now I want to get, actually I want to clean off one of my palettes. I think I want to get this red color back in here. Yeah. And then the last one is I want to mix this one with the red. Oh, I love it. I'm going to put that aside. And let's see what other papers we have. You know what we have is this deli paper. I have no idea. I'm not sure I want to use the whole piece. So what do you say we just tear off a piece? And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of fast forward, maybe play a little music as I use a couple of different papers, and then I'll bring all the sheets back and we'll see what we made in the end. Okay, so this paper is wax. So I'm not going to continue with that, I don't guess. I don't think the color will stay on it. Yeah. Okay, so the deli paper is not going to work with watercolor. It probably would work with acrylic. But let's try here. We've got this lined paper. Okay, so we did a few and the clock was just running, so even though I'm going to speed it up, it's still, this could make for a long video, so I'm real happy with it. I guess it just goes to show the problem I'm having is I like to doodle, but I like more intricate doodles when I'm doing it in order to really enjoy it, and I found that hard to get intricate designs or something with a paintbrush. So although I love them and I think they're going to make great collage sheets, in terms of doodling, I like more intricate doodling. So anyways, this is what we got. So I think that between all of these, we've got enough different designs. I'm going to bring both of these over here to fit in with our bead journal and our Asian or Japanese journal. I think the colors are great. I mean, you know, these will match here quite a bit. This one I really think will go well with the bees here, and these, the Japanese or Asian, this side, even with this. This I can't wait to use. Like, this is definitely going to go in the bee journal, these bright colors, but this is going to be fun to use for both. And I really like this. Isn't that funny that I thought for sure that the colors would not come out real to my liking on the craft, and yet it's probably one of my favorites. So anyways, that's what we have, everybody. That's our Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025 week 27, mark making with watercolors. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Liking and subscribing are free. If you want to get notified when I upload new videos, ring the bell. If you could share the video, that would be very helpful. It helps our channel grow. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.